Hello everybody, welcome back. Let's do another run in Cinderia. I am at the point where I have explored most of the new patch, and I have some idea of what is good and what can be passed. For me, Heavy Anchor is a pass in most instances. It's okay, a solid B tier, but I think it's probably not worth a slot in Trial 8. So let's do a run on Rue. I think the fork in the road for Rue is kind of what you're going to use as your main damage source. She does have a lot of options. You can do, one of kind of her sub passive build. So she has poison, she has shadows, and she has slash waves. Cracked Egg is a pretty good pickup. You can also just build for pure attack speed and pick up some improvements to her melee combo. Or you can build for the knife throwing build. Knife throwing build does take a little bit of luck. So if I see some passives that could support it, maybe we can start and try that at some point. But with a blank slate, I will just see what I pick up and then use that as a direction on what I should build. Okay, so stealth is one option. There is an ambush mechanic. Melee attacks deal 350% damage. Non-melee attacks deal 180% damage. The first target hit takes 60 bonus shadow damage. Concealment is not my favorite source of stealth. Or every third dash does slash waves. Slash waves are pretty powerful if I'm able to find the right passives. Stomp Slash is not one of those powerful passives, so I'm going to skip. Okay, so your kicks deal 15% damage. When a kick deals damage, 35% chance to inflict stun. This is very powerful, especially if I just build for attack speed. My normal melee combo now can stun, and with enough attack speed, it will essentially permanently stun the bosses. Now, a small consideration with upgrading specific parts of the melee combo, like kicks, is that there are passives that replace parts of your melee combo, like they replace the kick or they remove the kick. So I have to make sure I don't accidentally take one of those. And accidentally would just be like, forget I can't replace the kick. I'm going to take the chest. Now that I have a great value generator like the Pirates map, the treasure map, I need to upgrade it as soon as I can so I can get the most value out of it. The treasure map generates, it makes more chests, and those chests have usually common, but they can have higher tier items when you have the treasure map upgraded to legendary. And so it's essentially a trinket that generates more. This is very interesting. But it's a trinket that generates more charm shards. This is an S tier and arguably one of the best trinkets you can find, the red dancing shoes. This gives me a huge amount of attack speed. If I don't do damage, I will start to take damage. So the downside is I have to actively be attacking all the time, or I will start to take small amounts of damage. That is a small price to pay for a massive damage increase. This is wild. Shadow Raid. I don't really want to use my rerolls on cards. This is a reasonable pickup. It's not the best, but it is a dodge. You become intangible. So for that reason, I'll take it. Yeah, with this amount of attack speed and the stunning kicks, I am pretty safe. And the egg shield. So this run definitely has a lot of potential. Whoops, I touched the fire. Okay. Knife throw costs 1 less energy. So this is one of the core passives that supports a knife throw build so that you don't continuously run out of energy. When your dash attack hits multiple enemies, link them together. This is pretty good for the normal rooms, but kind of useless in boss fights. I'm going to skip both of these. Again, left-hand side, energy. This is also really important if you're going to do a knife build. Do I want poison? Poison is interesting. This is not my favorite source of poison, so I'm going to roll one more time and take skew. Okay. Oh, I only have 42. Not quite enough charm shards to upgrade. Okay, either skew or weight training, but weight training gives me a higher chance to stun, and with this amount of attack speed, I should be stunning pretty consistently. Okay. After the 4th combo hit, perform 2 quick thrusts, each dealing 18 damage. Very nice. Upgrades to the melee combo work really well with attack speed. I'm hoping I get the opportunity to pick up the passive that applies poison on thrusts, because if I have more thrusts like that, I can apply more poison. And especially for the bosses, poison is extremely powerful on Rue. Alright, after dashing, leave a shadow behind. Or cross slashes faster. I like that. All right. Knives can destroy ranged projectiles, or I have a chance of throwing a random knife. I have so much attack speed that maybe Wild Throw, which normally isn't interesting to me, this might be a cool thing to try. I'm going to skip on Dwarf's Hammer. It would be okay. I have so much attack speed that it would be nice to get some strength. But I'm hoping for something a little better. Let me see if it's... Is he just permanently stunned? Not quite. Pretty close, though. I'm just waiting for him to start swiping, and then I dash through him, so I'm right behind him, and he does no damage, is my approach to this fight. Okay, we don't need either of those. All right. It always feels a little funny when you get a very early... When you get an early legendary, because... I mean, I really don't need much more. I don't really need more passives. I don't really need more trinkets. I could finish the game right now and like probably beat the final boss just as I am. But what would be helpful, finding poison would help. Finding some source of strength so that the attack speed is even more effective. I mean, I could find even more attack speed than this, but it has diminishing returns. You can only... Attacking faster and faster only helps so much. Gain a shield? Sure. Okay, what would help? Stealth on kill, poison, any additional upgrade to the melee... Whoop! I even saw that coming. Yeah, more upgrades to the melee combos. Alright, Grand Sweep. After the 4th combo hit, add a follow-up that sends a slash wave. That is pretty good. With this amount of attack speed, yeah, that should be good. Maybe I can re-roll on the cards and look for Predator's Hour or Poison Coating. Both of those would be really good. this is good. Hand crank drill. It does increasing damage up to a full ramp. And when it's fully ramped, it adds damage per attack. And when I really fast attack speed, it will be at its full potential. I think it does, when it's unupgraded, it does 2 damage per attack, per drill attack. But it will go up. So when I have a really high amount of attack speed, adding a flat amount of damage per attack is a big increase. Very nice. Okay, I would love... No, not this one. I will roll 1 time looking for Predator's Hour or Poison Coating. No. Apply Cripple. Each shadow gains 100% attack. Cripple slows and reduces damage on enemies. Shadow gains 100% attack, range, and damage. Cripple doesn't sound that interesting to me, so I'll skip. Alright, what passes? Still looking for poison. I would love a third dash. Third dash would be great. Okay, Serrated Blade, dash attacks, apply 1 stack of wound. I'm unlocking a lot of things. So this, I think, will be my first wound. So there are a couple passives that have a wound prerequisite. And now that I've unlocked it, the pool is bigger. Random event. We are in Act 2. In Act 2 is where all the good random events are, and then the rest, in my opinion, are not worth thinking. Okay, this one's okay. I can get rid of slowness. That's great. So this room is a free cleanse. And I'm not mashing because I want to make sure I select the right reward. So purify. I think before one of the patches, it was called cleanse. So purify means I get the blessing. It doesn't just remove the curse. I now get a buff instead. So instead of having, you know, an increase to my dash cooldown, now it's a reduction. So that should be... it's not that noticeable, but it should help. You know, I think I can kind of feel the difference when I don't have the drill fully ramped up. Yeah, the drill damage... The drill damage does help a little bit. All right, so these are... I did say we would unlock Wound. Now that we have Wound, there are these new passives that have a Wound prerequisite. So let's see. For every 5 wound stacks on an enemy that an enemy accumulates, it takes 65 damage. But I only give a wound stack on dash attack, so I don't think I can stack up wound that often. When an enemy with wound dies, there is an additional 25% chance of dropping a healing potion. Maybe that's helpful. Or do I reroll? Maybe this will keep me healthy. Arrogance is okay. I'm 20 short. That's a shame. Magic card or cake. I probably should take cake. I'm sitting at the base 70, which is a little bit dangerous. It's fine now, but by the time I get to Act 4, it will become a little bit spooky. Because there's a lot of enemies that do, 20 or 30 damage in a single hit. And you can get ganged up on and take a lot of damage very quickly if you're not careful. Like me, I'm not very careful. I have a bad habit of just kind of going into bad situations when I feel very powerful like I do right now. Okay. Final shop or save my money? I'm not sure what I would be saving it for. Usually if I'm going to get a value generator, I want to get it in Act 1 or 2, and right now my value generator is going to has been Treasure Map. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to upgrade it quite as quickly as I wanted. So sometimes you want to save your money and hope for some value generator that requires gold, like the golden pony, the pig. Well, I guess the pig, you can't be holding the money, but golden pony needs money. The greedy cricket needs money. Several others that you want to be able to buy a bunch of things. The lucky rabbit's foot. So usually I'll hold on to money and try to find a value generator, and it will pay off if you find one. But at this point, I don't think I will have time to get the value out of the value generator in just the last 2 acts. So now I'm just going to commit to the treasure map. Bloody battle. The lower your health, the higher your melee attack. I'm going to skip it. Or just a passive. Okay, throwing knives. This is a good way of using my energy. Right now, I kind of am running around on full energy all the time, which is not optimal. Your next knife throw is replaced by Venom Dart. That would unlock poison. I have picked up the carved wooden fawn. It's not my favorite because it makes your dash like inconsistent, and it's difficult to pay attention to all the enemy attacks and pay attention to where you should be standing while like watching for a cooldown when your dash is suddenly going to be like a different length and you're going to run faster for a certain amount of time. I find that difficult to manage. So I'm going to skip on the carved wooden fawn. Yeah, I think I'd be fine with any upgrade. And I got the wound on dash attacks. That's okay. Now, do I want to reroll? I'm okay. I can save money from now. All right, 3 minutes, 35 seconds on the timer. I'm feeling pretty confident on this one. Whoops. I thought I dodged behind him there. Oh, I thought I stunned him out of the phase change for a second. That's wild. Yeah, he's close to being permanently stunned. Beautiful damage. But kind of expected when When you get the red dancing shoes in the first act, this is expected outcome. Do I go for a second value generator? It's too late for the piggy bank, so no on the piggy bank. But is it interesting to get gem box? What would I upgrade with gem box? I could upgrade treasure map, red dancing shoes. Yeah, maybe. If I get a lot of charm shards from treasure map, I will have enough maybe to upgrade this. Sounds good to me. Some of the gems you get from, some of the gem generating trinkets are very powerful. Very, very powerful. All right. So now the treasure map, not only do I get trinkets and those turn into charm shards, but it also gives me free attributes. So it'll build up naturally. I will get strength and agility from just clearing rooms, which is very nice. The wishing tortoise is a very interesting one. It's one of the value generators that you want to save your money for, because the wishing tortoise can turn money directly into attribute points from re-rolling, and you can use it to re-roll a ton. I'm not going to say infinite re-rolls because it does cost money, but you can re-roll a ton and you can like get the perfect build with the wishing tortoise and find any, a card or passive that you want while generating, a bunch of attribute points and stuff. So it can be a way of getting like the perfect build if you are trying to, just for fun, like get the biggest crit number or something. The wishing tortoise is a way to do it. But I am doing something else this time. Cake, maybe? As long as I don't get hit by the barrels, I should be fine. Those barrels do more damage than any of these little enemies could ever hope to do. Oh, I get hit by 15. Was that a melee attack from the little guy? I don't see what hit me for 15. Something did damage, though. Ooh, big chest. Nice. Okay. I'm going to skip all three, right? Do I want any of these? No. But I'm essentially immediately paid back for all of the investment in the chest from getting those three trinkets. So the value has been generated. nice. Okay, what would help? This throws more knives. Cross slash at the end of the combo does a lot more damage, 40 more damage. A little less than 40. It seems pretty strong. Okay, equipment damage from the drill. Very nice. Okay, shop, no. Magic card. Poison coating, Predator's Hour. Whoops. Equipment trigger chance. Okay, Blight Cyclone. Makes like a giant tornado. I don't prefer it because it can obscure like where enemies are and you can accidentally get hit. Let's see, final reappearance. Thrust deals 800% damage. No longer moves you. I don't really care about either of these. Okay, trigger chance. Does this trigger? Okay. Very nice. Every 2.5 seconds, the first thrust of your basic combo becomes a 2-hit cross slash or poison again. Poison bag. More cross slash. More better. More better. Okay. I actually think it's more important to upgrade the gem box so that I have more opportunities to get the gems. And then I can always upgrade the drill later. Oh, almost got me. Whoop, did get me. One of them did. Well, taken several hits in this room. This is a little spooky. Wow. Soul Moth Lantern. This is similar to the red dancing shoes. This is like an S tier pickup. It's a bit late to get it right now, but it is very fun. For each enemy I kill, I collect souls, and those souls lead to permanent increases in my crit damage. But I collect taint, so I'm going to get more curses. But permanent crit damage increase, that's pretty powerful. This costs 200. But I could get more energy and throw more knives. So... I'm not super excited by that, but here we are. Oh, why did I fill my slots? There's nothing I can drop, is there? What a shame. I would have loved to get the rotten apple. The damage is great. I have had higher. Okay. Shame I can't pick that up. I was just too excited by the Soul Moth Lantern. It's alright, the lantern is worth it. Okay, now we have the drill all the way upgraded. Maybe I should have done lantern. It's too late now. All right. Okay. Magic card. I would still love to see Predator's Hour or Poison Coating. There's almost too many numbers. The drill makes a lot of numbers on the screen. Whoa. Okay, wild slash wave, not my favorite. Okay. Cross rift slash. This has a stun, so it's pretty good. And it's invincibility. You can use it as a dodge. It's the what's the character in League of Legends name? It's Pike from League of Legends. After dashing, you have a 25% chance to enter stealth. Shadows deal more damage. Stealth is cool. Stealth can make things a little bit difficult because enemies will behave a little differently, so just gotta be on my toes. Whoa. Trigger chance. What do we want? This? I'm not sure if it can trigger multiple times, but it would be nice if it could. Double damage. Sure. I said it before, I'll say it again. The drill makes a lot of numbers on the screen. Wow. Leave me alone. What is happening? Cooldown recovery. Very nice. $57. Well, that's my fault. I should have respected the barrel. More crit chance. Lynx. What helps? Let's see. I have 136. I could go for magic card helps. I would still love Predator's Hour. Please, please, please. Game. Just cooperate. Ouch. Alright. Went as smoothly as you could hope. I really don't want clumsiness, but I pick up a chest in every room, so misfortune... There's like a high chance that I get bananaed. That's alright. Alright. Shadow Clone. This is okay. This is fine. I keep seeing this. I've never picked this up. I keep telling myself, at some point, I'm going to do a run on Uma and do like the ultimate summon build. I still have not done it. Maybe that's the next run. $132. I guess I just saved the rest of the money. Oh, miss. Okay, perfect. Red dress, stay still. Thank you. Excellent. Is this... What? She revived. I can't do anything. I'm gonna die to the red dancing shoe. Okay. We come back. Is this one still bugged? Oh no, I can't attack her. Okay, that was weird. We made it out, but am I crazy? She was untargetable. Okay, cooldown recovery on egg, perfect. Okay. This doesn't matter, does it? No. All right, the curses could have been worse. 224. Times 0.75. I'm not good at my 0.75 times tables. But that's, I don't know, 2/3 of 200, about 150. Yeah, about 100, so about 15% boost in my critical damage. That's not nothing. It's definitely not as high as you would hope, but there's nothing I can do at this point to change it. I do have a lot of crit chance thanks to all of the attributes I have. Sure. Okay, cleanse. This is interesting. I have a lot of curses that I could cleanse. I think weakness might be an interesting one to cleanse. Let's see. It's just attack minus. I thought... Okay, that is not what I thought it would do. Okay, let's see. 375. I don't need any trinkets. All my slots are full. Does this... Yeah, no. All kicks. My kicks deal more damage. And when a kick deals damage, it can stun. So I can still take roundhouse kick. Okay, here we go. It's time to drill down. Yeah, look at those. First of all, that's a ton of numbers. I can't even tell what's happening. But the big crit numbers are thanks to the lantern. That's pretty good damage. Very good damage. But that's what you can expect on attack speed Rue. This is like actual, like, sweaty meta gameplay. She's kind of permanently stunned. Very nice. Well, what went well? Obviously, getting the red dancing shoes in Act 1, you're in for a ridiculous build, but getting a value generator, getting 2 value generators and having them for a long time to get a lot of value, that helps a lot as well. And then just, yeah, getting some good upgrades to the melee attack combo and getting a lot of attack speed. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a good one. See ya.